What is going on, guys? It's your boy Tropical Habs back here today for a brand new video. We're just after the World Cup final between France and Argentina, man. That was sick. That was amazing. Best World Cup final ever. And yeah, being a big football fan, that was amazing to watch. Congratulations to Lionel Messi, man. The legend have finally won a World Cup. Feels bad for Kylian Mbappe, who was playing all alone today for France. But yeah, congrats to all the Argentinians. If some people have some Argentinians origins or are from Argentina watching this video, congrats to you guys. You guys deserve it. So yeah, today we're here to talk about the Canadiens. Just wanted to make a quick message about the World Cup because it happened today and it was sick. So yeah, I kind of had to make this to talk about it at least for 30 seconds. So yeah, today we're here for the Canadiens again. This is a Habs channel, not a soccer, aka football challenge. So yeah, we're gonna make a Habs update. It's been a long time since I haven't made just a video Habs update. I made some this summer. I made one in preseason. I haven't made a Habs update since then. So yeah, we're gonna make a Habs update. We're gonna talk about everything about the Canadiens. We're gonna talk about if they're tanking right now. Should they be tanking? We're gonna talk about who's where with points, who's where with goals. Who's injured. We're going to make an update on what's going on because the Canadiens are going for a trip over the next couple of weeks or next couple of games. Their annual end of the year road trip. Well, not really a road trip, but like you guys get what I'm saying. They're playing in Arizona. They're in Colorado, in Dallas, in Tampa Bay, in Florida, and in Washington. After they're going to Nashville and they're coming back at the Bell Center where they'll be playing most of January. They're playing like 85% of their game in January at the Bell Center. So it feels bad for Jake Allen because Jake Allen sucks at the Bell Center. So yeah, the Canadiens are going to be facing the Arizona Coyotes in Arizona tomorrow. So yeah, the Canadiens have sent down Rampant Lick today to the Laval Rocket, and they finally called him back. The Arse Pocket Richard, like my buddy Hockey Junkie called him on Twitter. I read that tweet. I was fucking laughing, man. The Arse Pocket Rocket Richard. That's a legendary tweet, man. Legendary tweet, man. And yeah, Anthony Richard finally is with the Canadiens. Anthony Richard's been the best player in the AHL this year for the Rocket in the entire league. He's been amazing. He was doing really good in preseason again for the Canadiens as well. So yeah, Anthony Richard 100% deserves the callback, and I think that he's going to help the Canadiens really good in the road trip. I think that he's going to be better than Pizzetta is going to be better than Pitt Lake is going to be better than Armia is going to be better than Dadonov is going to be better than Gallagher. I think he's going to be better than all those guys because this guy has everything to be a good NHL player, and I think he's NHL ready. I think he deserves a shot in the NHL. Only played 2 games in his career in the NHL, even though he's been killing it for years in the AHL. So 100% deserves for Anthony Richard, and I wish him the best. And showed him, Tony, showed him. I've been saying it for weeks now. Call Anthony Richard, and he did it. So I'm really happy for him. So David Savard also has been added to the injury list, so he won't be in this trip. So a difficult blow for the Montreal Canadiens. David Savard was the best defenseman with Caden Goulet since the beginning of the season, and now he's injured. And since he hasn't been in the lineup, you can see the difference in the defense and the defensive zone on the PK. He was on the PK, and since he got injured, the Canadiens' PK have sucked. So David Savard, big loss, David Savard. I hope that he's going to come back at the beginning of January. And yeah, I wish him a quick recovery because we need you, David. We need you. I never expected to say that, but you're a big part of this team. Last year you were not good, but this year you've been one of the better players. All the block shots, all the good defensive plays, amazing, David Savard. And even there, you were making a great first pass. You got a lot of assists. So yeah, sucks to see David Savard injured. But I hope he's going to come back fast. So, yeah, will the Canadiens succeed in their trip? I mean, Jake Allen's better in The away games, he's better in the away games, so I expect him to do better than what he did in the last 2 games. I think that the Canadiens are capable of winning most of those games. Most of them are difficult, but I think that the Canadiens are able to win them. They are capable of beating Arizona. They're capable of winning against the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche have a lot of injuries. They haven't been playing as good as we thought they were going to be. So, yeah, they definitely can win those 2 games against the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are really good, and they're the type of team that the Canadiens struggle against. So, I'm going to give them a loss for that one. Another loss against Tampa Bay. In Tampa Bay, I think that they're capable of beating the Panthers, and I think that they're capable of beating the Capitals, Washington as well. So if they can get 500, as many losses as they get wins, I'd be happy if they get as many losses as they get wins. If they can get if they can get 6 points out of 12, I'd be happy, and I think that they're capable of doing it. Yeah, we forgot about Nashville as well. I think that they're capable of beating Nashville, but if they can get 8 out of 16, if record of 500, I'd be happy for the trip. I'd be really happy. And what will the Canadiens need to succeed? Great performances from Nick Suzuki. He's been playing great, but he needs to step up his game a little bit. The last 6 games, he hasn't been performing as well as he did at the beginning of the season. He needs to simplify his plays. He needs to be more solid on the faceoffs, and they need to find himself a better winger than Josh Anderson. I try Uri Slafkovsky, honestly. In one of those games, I try Uri Slafkovsky with Suzuki and Caulfield, because Josh Anderson hasn't been working, and I can see Doc playing with Drouin Anderson on the second line, so might be the time to try Slafkovsky on the first line, at least for 1 game, just to test it out. Jake Allen and Samuel Montembeault will need to be solid. Jake Allen has been solid so far this year in away games, so I expect him to do better than he did in the last 3 or 4 games at the Bell Center. Montembeault needs to get at least a couple of starts. He hasn't been in net in a long time. So, yeah, he needs to get at least 2 or 3 starts in that road trip. Even though there are no back-to-back games other than Tampa, Florida, at least he needs to get 2 or 3 starts, in my opinion. Joel Edmondson will need to play better. Same thing for Michael Matheson. And yeah, he will need to change up that power play, but I'll make another video talking about the power play later today. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe and turn on post notifications. So yeah, the Canadiens right now are getting closer and closer to the bottom of the league. They are now at the bottom of the Atlantic Division, but it's not that bad because they're still 2 points away from the 4th place. So the Atlantic Division is really, really competitive because when you're last and you're 2 points away from being a wild card team, that means that your division is kind of stacked. So, yeah, they are 24th in the league. But the Canucks are 2 games. They have 2 games last played, and they are 1 point away. So I put them at the 25th position. Yeah, they're really close from being in the last spot in the league. They're getting closer and closer to the bottom. Do I want them to continue to lose? Well, I'm all in for a high pick, but I don't want them to continue to lose like they've been doing over the last couple of games. I think that they still need to win some games. A record of 500 would be good, just so the young guys can continue winning, get some points, be good, be in the right environment, winning games. Because if they continue to get shit on, it will affect the confidence of the young guys, and you don't want that when you're trying to develop them. So I'm all in for a high pick, but I don't want them to finish in the 3 last teams. If they can finish 24th, 23rd, 25th, I'd be down. You can still get a really, really good draft pick. You can end up with a guy like Leo Carlson, Brendan Yager. You can end up with the guy even Fantilli if you get lucky, even Mishkov if you get lucky. So yeah, if they finish 24th, 25th, 26th, I'd be happy, but I don't want them to finish 27, 28, 29. I don't want them to finish behind teams like the Ducks, teams like the the Chicago Blackhawks, who are way worse teams in my opinion, that would be an L. But I'm all in for a high pick, but not dead last. Because if you finish dead last, you have like no development that's going on. Like the young guys will get in a really bad mood. The young guys will be in a bad environment. The Canadiens will be losing and losing and losing. And you don't want that. You don't want that. And even if you finish last and the Canadiens keep on losing and losing, and the young guys, like, it affects their development, you're not even guaranteed on getting the first overall pick anyway. So I don't think it's worth it. And we saw it with the Arizona Coyotes. They've been tanking for years and they haven't gotten any first overall picks. So yeah, we just got lucky last year. First year we finished last, we got the first pick. It was luck. It was a part of luck, and it won't be happening every year. So there's no point in finishing last because you're still not guaranteed on getting the first overall. And the Coyotes are the better example for that. And even when you get the first overall, doesn't mean that you're going to be a competitive team in the future. Because look at the Oilers, they drafted first overall multiple times. Yes, they have superstars, they have good players, but they're not capable of anything the next level because they've been in that losing mentality for too long. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Give me yours in the comments below. It's been your boy Tropical Habs, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.